Hi guys, it's Kirk from the Forever Homestead. So living off-grid, especially in the winter, comes with its own set of challenges. So monitoring our power consumption as well as production is very important to off-grid living. If you want to see one of the ways that we do that, follow along. So monitoring the power consumption, knowing that we're not using more power than we're actually producing, and then being able to rely a little bit less on the generator is important. Winter living off-grid, especially in climates with all the snow like we get here in Ontario, solar as an only means is pretty difficult. So we have a few different ways here on the homestead that we monitor power. So one of the products we use is from a company called Eyedro. They are a company in Ontario, and they reached out to me and asked if I wanted to try out one of their Eyedro devices. So of course I said I'd be happy to. So the device they sent out, you can kind of see it here. This is a it has 4 sensors built into it. I'll pull the lid off here, or the cover off the panel, and show you. So this Eyedro device, they have a couple of different models at Eyedro. And I've installed it in a few different locations here on the homestead before I kind of figured out where it was best suited for me. Install is pretty simple. As far as actually installing the device, they just plug in to this box, and the box gets 110 power, and then it has these sensors that you wrap around the hot side of your whatever it is you're trying to monitor. So you can see there's 4 sensors in the power there, and I have 4 sensors in here. Like I said, I've used it in a few different locations. I've put it right inside my solar cabinet to monitor the incoming from the solar. I've put it in my main panel out in the powerhouse to kind of monitor the outgoing power. I have a few different solutions that I use. Some of them come with the equipment that I have. So I've had this product for probably about 8 or 9 months now, and I'm trying it in all kinds of different locations, so I could give an honest review on it. My final solution here is the one that I like the best. So I'm monitoring some of my big power consumers in the house, so to speak. So I have it monitoring my stove, my dryer, I have it on my dishwasher, and I have it on my, what else do I have? My stove, my dryer, my dishwasher, and my washing machine. So the Eyedro itself gives you a data output, so just a stream. So if you know any kind of programming at all, you can use that data stream like I do, and I feed it into my home automation system. I will do a follow-up video on that, but this is more about just the review of the system itself. With that data stream, I'm able to teach my home automation system to be able to fire off different events based on power consumption. So if I have, a lot of power being consumed and the stove turns on or something like that, then my automation system can dial back some of the other power consumption devices that aren't critical at that moment. The Eyedro does come with its own little website that you can monitor things with, but it's the data feed that is really what I really like about it. Setup was pretty simple. You need to know your Wi-Fi username and password. Gives you a little prompt, a little screen to type that into. Super easy. Like I say, this product, this one itself, was donated to me or was given to me, so I do a review kind of thing on it. But my honest review is, it's pretty spectacular. There's not a lot to it. There's not a lot that can break or go wrong. It's been in this situation here. I've installed it about 4 months ago, and honestly I haven't done anything with it since then. Once I had it in there, labeled it all up, got my little script running, I haven't even had to think about it anymore. At first I was kind of monitoring it to make sure that it was giving all the good data, that it was always running, it wasn't shutting down, because it is kind of a critical system in my house now, now that it's tied into the automation. But yeah, this one was one that they gave me. But I'm working on some other projects as far as producing some more power with some wind and in some water, and I'm going to be purchasing some of these myself. I'm going to buy at least one more of these now that I know how great it works and how easy it is to tie into my system. So if you have any kind of power monitoring needs, or even if you're just interested in seeing, somehow what type of power some of your devices are using, this is most definitely a product you should look in. I'll make sure I put the link to it down in my description. If you have any questions, feel free to reach out and ask me. If I don't know the immediate answer, like I say, I know the people at Eyedro, and I'd be happy to try to track down some of that information for you. So until the next time, have a good one.